Hi everybody, my name's Timmy, and today we have a really interesting video. It's a sponsored video all about a Cardano metaverse that doesn't get covered a whole lot, but they've actually done a whole lot. They actually have a working build. You can actually load their 3D metaverse world. They've done land sales already that have been sold out, and you can already build your own house, your own dome, and upload it to your plot. It's totally nuts, and it's working, and it's all on the web too. It's called CardaStation. And today's video is a sponsored video by their team, and I'll walk you through it. We'll actually take a tour of their real metaverse. I'll actually run around the 3D world and tell you all about the project. But first, I'd like to get us started with a bit of a teaser video. Let's go ahead and watch the CardaStation teaser. How cool is that? How cool is that? Very, very cool. And so this is the main website you have behind me here, the CardaStation website. It's at CardaStation.com. You can see CardaStation here. So Cardano Station, of course. And then there's a bunch of other videos here. We'll actually watch some of these later on. But I'll give you just a little bit more of a sneak preview because this first one is just, it's that cool. It's actually showing their drivable vehicle in the metaverse. Take a look at this. We'll actually jump over to YouTube and watch it. Look at this. I'm going to skip forward. We're going to play the whole thing at the end. But look at this. He's driving the rover. This was an airdrop that people got for free. There's a biodome house there that you can see in the corner. Very cool. That's a biodome, a residential house that you can put on your land plot. And here's people driving around. Just totally epic. And I thought this was a great intro to the CardaStation project. So once again, jumping back to their website, it's CardaStation.com. And we'll walk you through this in the episode. They've got a 2D map, they've got a virtual world, they've got all the socials up here. But if you scroll down, I wanted to start by showing you the FAQ. This is a great way to introduce the project. And basically, you know, what is CardaStation? Well, it's a metaverse. It's a metaverse on Cardano blockchain. And so, is it a game? Well, I like their answer here. They say, in its simplest form, you can think of it as a casual game where players interact with each other. That's basically a metaverse. There's not an objective necessarily to be completed, as with traditional games, but there will be events and games in the metaverse. And so I think this is true for Boss Planet, for Pavia, and for CardaStation as well. This is basically a metaverse. What platform is it on? Well, this is interesting, and I'll show you. It's a web-based metaverse, and they actually have a working web-based build. It's a development build, but we'll take you through that and walk around it as part of this, this special feature. Why base it on the moon? I love their answer here. The team is passionate about the next frontier. They're passionate about space. But sadly, we are unlikely to live in a time where humanity has a lunar base or a Martian base available, right? It might be the next generation or a few generations down the line. And so their idea was, can we create an environment that will let us get a sense of what it might be like to live on the moon? And so it's a beautiful mission. I love their passion for space here and building a project that aligns with their passion. Now, they will have a native token, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later, but they're going to have a native token, just like Boss Planet has their Boss Planet token, and Pavia has the Pavia token. And then the last thing I wanted to show was, so just a quick heads up, all of their NFTs are sold out in terms of minting, but you can buy them on the marketplaces. So they're listed on JPG Store, and it's Carda Space Station. If you want to jump, it's Carda Space Station on JPG Store. But actually later in this episode, I'm going to walk you all through the JPG Store listings. We'll bring up OpenSea NFT and all of that. And so just quickly, before we get into the 3D demo, a brief look at their roadmap. Right now, we're just about to start Q2, and their plan for the next 3 months is to add multiplayer support, customizable avatars. They want to build a racing game, exploration. So there's this really cool concept where right now most of the land is within the colony, right? The colony bubble. And it's safe to walk around, there's no danger. But if you explore outside of the colony, you can discover treasures or maybe even discover a second settlement on the metaverse for a new colony. And so there's this exploration element that's going to be added over the next 3 months. And there'll be some risk and reward, right? When you're outside of the colony bubble of safety, you have to think about your battery power, your oxygen levels. And so there's a risk reward element to that. And then residence units and another land sale, it looks like, in Q2. But already they've done a bunch. They've already added the ability for users to upload their own buildings on land. They've got an interactive 2D map, which we'll show you. They did their first public land sale we'll tell you about. Earlier, they had a virtual world basically launch. They gave out a bunch of construction crew NFTs. This was their first drop that sold out. And then the 2D map as well was revealed, a non-interactive version at the end of last year. Tons and tons of stuff already accomplished. I want to jump in. I think the next thing to do, let's check out this 3D world and this map that's available right now. All right, so let's jump in, and I mean it in the literal sense of the word. We're going to jump into this metaverse. They actually have a playable version. It's a development version, to be sure, but it's playable on the web. You don't even have to download anything. So the best way, I think, to access things is to go to the map. So we're jumping to their 2D map here, and this is familiar if you've looked at, a Pavia or a Boss Planet map. You can enter in the coordinates on the left, and then it'll highlight that plot. So if I put 4, then minus 37, and hit find, you'll see that it'll highlight a plot. This one in particular is down here. You see how it's highlighted, that light blue? And so if I click that plot, it tells me the coordinates. Those are the ones that I typed in on the left here. But then I can also see what type of land it is. This is like a flat land. There's also like cliff-based ones, but this one's the flat one. I can see the owner's address, and if I'm curious to know, like maybe they own some other CardaStation plots, I can type in their address into here and see how many of these plots they own, and maybe even get in touch with them. If they have an ADA handle or if they have something else, I might be able to get in touch. It looks like this person has a bunch of different plots. So that's kind of cool. I also wanted to show you they have a heat map. And so it says it's visitors here. So I think this is showing which plots are the most popular for people to visit. So it looks like a lot of people are visiting kind of this central area of the map here between the garage. This is the garage here. And then you've got the spaceport just down here. So that's very, very cool. Now let's turn off the highlighting. And once again, we'll hit find for 4 minus 37, and it should highlight one of these. Oh, there it is. It's already highlighted there. So if we go ahead and click that and hit visit this location, we're going to be able to jump right in. So here it is. It's loading now. It's made with Unity, so full 3D engine. And there we go. Welcome to CardaStation, and welcome to the moon, and welcome to this dome. This is a pretty cool residential dome that someone has put onto their plot. This is just a regular plot that anyone can buy, and they've gone ahead and put a dome on their plot. Now, the game it's silent. I have the music turned off. Oh, there I am. You can see me there. But I'll turn up the sound so you can get a sense of what it'll sound like in game. So you can hear some breathing noises, some music, right? We'll keep that off for now just so that you can hear me better, but take a look at this house. Beautiful plant over here. I wonder what kind of oxygen that plant is using. Maybe some kind of a Martian plant. And then you've got some beds over here with the pillows. Really, really cool. A nice giant chair. So I love how it's all transparent. I can see outside, right? Lots of good visibility. And so that's what you're looking at here. This is someone that's uploaded some geometry, uploaded a house onto their plot. Now, if we look behind here, we can see the spaceport. You can see a few of the space towers. Reminds me a little bit of like what Elon Musk has down in Texas. And so I'll actually walk away, see if we can get the whole tower into view. But that's the spaceport over there. Super cool. And I think the idea is that to connect you to like different metaverses. Or maybe go over there. It's not the moon in the sky. That's the Earth in the sky. And how cool is that? Absolutely wild. Now, I want to show you a couple other things. You can see there's a house over here. And this is another piece of geometry that someone has built. Someone has purchased a plot, and they've built a little bit of I think it's a 4-story house. You also see this sign over here rotating. They've already got it working so that you can upload the image of any NFT in your wallet onto your plot. And so this person has chosen to display the NFT image of their ADA handle, which is smart because it lets people kind of search for them and maybe get in touch with them in case they wanted to, maybe sell their plot or something. And so let's actually go into this house here and see if we can maybe climb up. One of the things I was curious was whether there's collision detection on the geometry, and it looks like there is, right? I can walk up here and it walks up the ramp. He doesn't kind of walk through the geo there. So I thought that was pretty cool, really well done. I'm up on the 3rd floor now already. I have amazing views, but there's one more floor I can go. Oh, cool. Glass dome for protection here. But also so I don't have to wear a spacesuit the whole time if I was living here. And look at the views. You can see a huge building over there. Better view of the spaceport now. And all the signs. Now that over there is the garage. Now the garage is pretty cool. You can see how the garage is actually on a few pieces of land there. And what's really interesting is those pieces of land, those plots that the garage is sitting on will be for sale. What that means is if you end up buying the plot that the garage is sitting on, you'll get a share in the fees, in the royalty that the garage earns by providing services. So the garage is like a public building. You're going to be able to go there with your rover that we showed you earlier and maybe upgrade your rover or do some maintenance or something. And the money collected by the garage will be split with the landlords, with the landowners of the plots underneath the garage. So I thought that was a pretty cool model. And so, yeah, this is CardaStation, full 3D world. Now, I'll show you a couple other things. If I actually go over, I have a couple other plots I want to show you. Maybe this one here. A little bit of a mothball in my mouth. But let's take a look. Okay, yeah, so that's the house that we were just at. You can see some of the signs there. Let me actually, did I put it on this one maybe? Okay, here we go, yes. Okay, this is more like it. So you can see Chilled Kongs, someone's got a Chilled Kongs NFT, and they've gone ahead and added that NFT to their plot. But then look at this over here. There's something pretty special kind of hiding over here a couple plots over. So this is, there's another NFT there. You can see rotating around. But this here is a jump training course. Okay, so it's all about jump training, and I'll show you how it works. Let's get over there. There's some directions here. Oh, look, this one's got squares, it looks like. And then the one across the road is circles. This whole gray line here is a road, right? The gray lines are the roads, and the white lines, you'll see when I get close, the white lines are the plots. So you see in the top right, I'm at plot 1419 here. So there you go. And so it says jump to the golden pad, watch out for purple. All right, so let's see if we can get up on this green one. Oops. See? I don't have my my moon boots quite. I'm not quite used to the moon boots. I did this earlier when I wasn't recording, and it was a lot easier. Oh, hold on. Let's go to this one. Jump Training Junior. This is maybe more my speed. Okay, yeah, this is the square one. Let's see if I can get up here. A little bit harder, but yeah, it is possible. I was playing with it earlier. So the idea is you jump on these green squares, and then you can get up to the purple one. And then I think the goal appears to be to get to the golden square. I think I clipped it there. Let me actually get a running start here. See if I can get above it. There we go. Now we're talking. Oh. Yeah, I just can't clip it on the way up. Anyhow, so that's the jumping game. You can see some more NFTs over there. Very cool. And then I also want to show you this one here. I'll give this one a second. This is the defensive turret, right? The defensive turret. How cool is that? You can see these big guns up there. What are those, like 200 caliber or something? I don't really know my guns, but it looks pretty mean. Rebel scum were here. They put graffiti on the tower. So that's kind of cool. You can imagine if humans have resettled on, oh, it's rotating. I didn't see that before. You can imagine if humans have rotated on Mars, there might be another group of humans that aren't maybe part of the official, federation or something. And so they might be the rebels. So you can imagine some pretty cool lore entering the universe a little bit later. Let's see, is that rotation on a timer? Let's give it another second or two here and see if it'll start rotating for us. See a big wall over there? Another NFT. Oh yeah, it's rotating now. There it goes. Rotating the other direction. And then it goes this way. Very cool. All right. So What I want to do now actually is jump back to the map and show you a couple cool things that are on here as well. There's a couple other buildings. So we talked a little bit about the garage, but let's actually get close to it. And so if I come over here, give it a minute. And yeah, oh hey buddy. And so I'm at the garage now. You can see there's a car in there being worked on. There's a spaceport that we were looking at earlier. And you can see garage listed in the top right, big sign for the garage. And so yeah, this is where there'll be, you know, services rendered, and the plots, the landowners of the plots that this garage is sitting on will have some kind of revenue share for the in-game token, I believe, based on the service fees of the garage. So there you have it, CardaStation's 2D map, and we showed you a bunch of the 3D plots, and you know, they got this cool overlay that shows where everyone's going. Let's maybe jump to, well actually there was one cool thing I wanted to show you first. If we go to 2020, I think is where I found it. Let's turn this off. And yeah, so this is 2020 here, and you'll see a bunch of information on this plot. So the owner of this plot has added a message. Contact us, 3x3. So it looks like they actually own an estate, 3x3. So 2020, and then, okay, so maybe it goes to the right. Yeah, there it is, this one as well, 2120, and I guess 2220 will also be theirs as well. And so that's pretty cool, and you can see their socials there. They've got their Discord name and their Twitter name, so people can easily contact them and maybe put an offer out to buy some of these plots. And then if you wanted to see what it looks like, you can just go ahead and visit that location. Now there's also a crater here that you can visit. There's biofarms. There's a central area here. I think we had the heat map on, and we were just about to jump to the biofarms. Let's take a quick look at that. There it is, biofarm sign right there. How cool is that? So they're going to be doing a bunch of farming here, maybe get some food. Very, very cool. So that's the CardaStation 2D and 3D map. Okay, so what I think I'd like to do now is to give you a brief review, a brief summary of the mints that the CardaStation project has done so far. And so the first one was actually this construction crew NFT mint that was done last year, actually, November 24th, so towards the end of 2021, and it's sold out. They sold 994 construction crew NFTs for 25 ADA each. And then they totally sold out. And then what's cool, though, is people that owned these construction crew NFTs, they got a whole bunch of airdrops between then and now. And in fact, some of them got airdropped free land parcels, which was another mint that they did. And some of them people got airdropped rovers. We showed you the drivable rovers. Other people got free airdrop this map, which helps you to find different areas on the moon. And then there's going to be a future airdrop with the biodome scene. And so basically, people who have bought these crew NFTs have gotten a lot of airdrops, and the value of these airdrops are actually higher than the construction crew NFTs already. So, you know, if you were a part of this, you've already made your money back and more. And get this, there's going to be future airdrops. If you own one of these construction crew NFTs, there's going to be a native token airdrop that you'll be able to participate in, units in the community domes that you'll get airdropped, and potentially skins for the rover as well. And so not every construction crew NFT got the same airdrop. And so the way that worked is, this is actually a wallet that one of the team members sent me. And you can see that some of the NFTs have different things in them. And I'll just bring up a few here. So this one here has the hero. I think his name is Rocco. It could be Rocco, but I think it's Rocco. So you can see him there. And then you can see some other things, like the biodome here is 90% complete, right? 95% complete, it says there. Residence dome, 100%. But not all of them look like that. There's another one here that has, let's bring it up. This one doesn't have the biodome, and it's showing a different part of Earth, right? If you look, this is the Earth kind of zoomed out, and then this is this part of Earth with all the cities and all the lights over here. But other ones, this one here is showing a different part of the Earth. And you can see some of that in the metadata. The Earth here is Europe, Middle East, and Africa, whereas this construction crew NFT has Central Asia that's being shown. Jumping back to here, you see there's a rover, right? And you can see this in the metadata as well. It has a rover with CardaStation logo. If your construction crew NFT had a rover, you would have gotten a free rover airdrop. How cool is that? So amazing. And then you've got, you know, different poses for Rocco. Here he is with his leg on the rock. This one doesn't have Rocco, but here he is with his arms crossed. So there you go. So different construction crew NFTs have different attributes, and that is what determined what you got airdropped in the past. And we'll see. There's going to be future airdrops for those NFTs as well. 994 of them sold for 25 ADA. But take a look at the price of them right now. The floor is 45 ADA, so doubled in price. In fact, there's only one at 45 ADA. All the rest are sitting at 50 ADA. So that can give you a sense, quickly up to 59 ADA for the construction crew NFTs. They've done quite well. And remember, most of these people got a free airdrop as well. Just amazing. Now, they also did a land sale, a land mint. Now, this was 10,025 land plots, so just a little over 10,000 plots. They sold on January 22nd for 45 ADA each. 45 ADA each. They sold 10,000 of these, and you can go to the virtual world, which is what we just showed you, to see what each of the land plots looks like. And then to give you a sense of how that one's performing, now that one's come down a little bit. It's at 30 ADA, so minted for 45, selling at 30 ADA right now. So you can get some cheap ones on the marketplace. Now those are maybe not the best locations, right? Remember, they sold for 45 ADA. There's only maybe, what is that? Maybe 4 rows at 45 ADA. So there's only 16 under mint price. And then there's, a ton of others, maybe, almost 10,000. I'm not sure how many are listed, but there's probably hundreds, if not thousands, above the mint price. So just a heads up on that. Minted for 45 ADA. And those are the land plots that you can buy now on the secondary market. So those were their mints so far. And they also had the giveaway. Remember the airdrop for the construction crew NFTs? Well, some of the things that you can get that were given away are now on the marketplace, and you can see them here. There's a single-seater rover, and the price for this is already up near 200 ADA. Take a look. The cheapest one is 200 ADA, then 233, 234. Now remember, people paid 25 ADA for the construction crew NFT, and they got a 200 ADA NFT airdrop to them. It's totally nuts. Really, really cool that they did that. And then there's also this map. And so this is something to talk about. The electronic map is going to help you do exploration. Now, the parts of the map that I was showing you where we were walking around earlier, that can all be kind of considered the colony, the main bubble area, the main safe area. However, you're going to be able to walk outside of the colony, outside of the safety of the rest of the humans, and then you might be able to discover things, maybe discover minerals and rocks like treasure, or you might be able to discover new land plots, or maybe even discover a whole new settlement for the human race, a second human base. That's what the team has told me. So there's this exploration part coming, and that's where these electronic maps are going to help. They're going to help you explore the surface of the moon and potentially discover some treasure. Now, when you're exploring, though, there's a risk reward. When you're in the colony bubble safety area, you don't have to worry about things like battery on your pack or oxygen levels. But when you leave the safety of the colony, leave the safety of the bubble where all the other humans are, there's some danger. You now have to watch your oxygen level. You have to watch your battery power. And so there's going to be a bit of a risk reward to exploration. And this electronic map and this rover are certainly going to be very helpful when it comes to exploration. Maybe you would want to do it in pairs somehow, or have a map and a rover if that's possible. So that's the CardaStation inventory collection. Now, as I was saying, it's Carda Space Station. Now, I don't mean space station like SPACE. It's just CardaStation, but put a space in between. Otherwise, JPG Store won't find it. That took me half a minute to figure out. And then you can find the construction collection that we were showing you. So there you go. Very, very cool. Now, something a little different I want to show you is some of the concept art that their artist, I think his name is Lanier, but we'll tell you about the team in a minute, but they created some beautiful concept art, and you can see some of it here. This is a concept of the garage. So we showed you the garage in the 3D world a few minutes ago, and this is a concept of how it could look like once it's all built. You see a ton of rovers there. You see someone, a mechanic working on the rover here, and then all kinds of parts. And so, as I mentioned, this whole garage is sitting on a bunch of plots, maybe 8 or 10 plots, and the owners of the land plots will get royalty sharing from the fees by the services rendered by the garage. So I think that's super, super cool for the CardaStation garage concept. And then we've also got a stadium here. It looks like it's configured for like a music concert right now. You got a bit of a stage in the middle. So you can imagine thousands and thousands, tens of thousands really, of people kind of gathering in the stadium on the moon for a moonlight concert here under the stars. Very, very cool. We've also got the Central Plaza. I love that there's a lot of green here, right? A lot of flora. There's some flowers here, some reds and purples, because you don't want everything to be this kind of rocky, dark gray. And so I like that they're thinking about how can we add some color. We saw the plant in the biodome earlier, and now you're seeing a little bit more here, a little bit more of that green color, and then some humans just kind of lounging in the Central Plaza. And then the last concept art is, this is like a residence dome, right? And so you can see these residence units here, and I think they said that some of these will be airdropped to some of the owners of the construction crew NFTs. But you can see a concept art here of this kind of residence unit with a bit of a kind of a solarium or like central plaza, mini central plaza here inside the residence unit. And we'll actually show you a video in their Discord in a bit of the artist creating one of these. They kind of got a behind the scenes video showing them creating one of the residence units. So that's pretty neat. Beautiful, beautiful visual concept art here from the CardaStation artist. Now I want to take a quick look at the socials for CardaStation so that you can follow them if you're interested. Their Twitter profile is @Carda_station. Oh, they follow me. Very cool. Thank you guys and gals. @Carda_station is their Twitter. And I was actually taking a look yesterday. They have some pretty cool media on here. There's the visitors heat map, which plots get the most traffic in. We were looking at that a few minutes ago. But then they've got a video here. Oh, they make it look so easy. This is the jump training course here. Yeah, so he's really kind of giving it a lot of leading space there. So this is the course that one of the players built on their plots. Totally nuts. There's a bunch of memes. They're actually having a meme contest right now in their Discord, and then a bunch of this visual art here as well. You can see the rover there. Wow, look at this. The first user build appeared. Looks like this was March 16th, so a couple weeks ago. Wow, how amazing is that? It reminds me of the Shrike. I don't know if anyone's read the book Hyperion, but this reminds me of a Hyperion novel series and the Shrike or something like that. Very amazing. Now, the other thing I need to show you is their Discord. There's some pretty new information in here that we haven't talked about. There's a few channels I want to highlight. One is the About Us channel. Now, this is where you can find, obviously, team about the or information about the team. And you can see here they talk about their philosophy with NFTs and securities and regulations even. So that's a pretty cool intro. But then in terms of the team itself, yeah, so Laner is the concept artist that built that awesome concept art I showed you, and the 3D artist for the project. So that's Laner. And then Eric is someone that I've been talking to. Brilliant guy, super friendly. Eric is one of the development and startup advisors. He's been developing for more than 10 years, has started 2 companies, but get this, recently graduated from the Plutus Pioneer program, the second cohort of that program. So that's pretty impressive. That means when it comes time to be doing, Cardano smart contracts via Plutus, they should be all set. So big win there to have Eric on the team. And then finally, Ralph. Ralph is the founder of the team, has been in the crypto space since 2017. So coming up on 5 years now, and worked at one of the biggest crypto exchanges in the world, has worked with fintech companies. And so you can get a sense of their team there. It seems like they've got a really good art person, a coder, developer person, and then kind of like a business, maybe manager type of person, vision, kind of mission type of stuff. So that's the About Us channel. Now, if you go down to the Roadmap channel, they have a link to their Trello, and I think this is pretty cool as well. Let me actually bring it over for you. So their Trello is basically their project management board, and you can see kind of what they're working on, what's coming up. And you can see right now, wrapping up the first quarter, they've just got a few days left, a token announcement, and then some dApp integrations. But then coming up in Q2, right, this is April, May, and June, it looks like in Q2, we're going to get multiplayer version 1, avatars, a racing game. Wow, that's cool. That sounds pretty ambitious. Let's see if there's any other info. Oh yeah, they've got a bunch of like different info, a lobby, 2 to 16 players. Wow. And then they've got launching the token, right? Companions. We'll talk about this in a minute. This is a really cool partnership with Ada Minions. You're going to have companions like pets in the game. More dApp integrations and a second land sale. Second land sale in Q2, April, May, June. Then there's some more info here. Voice chat in Q3, opening ceremony release as well. So that'll be fun this upcoming summer. And then you can see what they've done. And they've just done a ton. User account page, public land sale, inventory system, 2D map, a mechanism to deploy structures, and an upgraded website, all in the last 3 months, all in Q1. So I love how they're kind of like showing us their process, showing us their roadmap with their Trello board, and kind of letting us ride along with the project. So you can get that from the roadmap channel in their Discord. A couple other interesting channels, as I mentioned, the Ada Minions channel. So they have a partnership with the Ada Minions. And it says here, the Ada Minions were sent to clear up debris on the moon. They were successful, but their return to Earth didn't go as planned. Instead, somehow the memory on the Ada Minions was damaged. And so now they've all each developed individual personalities, and they're scattered around the moon. And so as a resident of CardaStation, as a human, if you can recover these Ada Minions, they'll stick by you as your loyal companion. So you can kind of have a little pet that's going to follow you around CardaStation. And this is kind of what the Ada Minions look like. Super cute kind of robot here. I love it. I love this one with the blue face. Reminds me a little bit of Genius Yield vibes, but just really cool. I would just love to be walking around CardaStation with one of these Ada Minions. There's a sneak peeks channel near the top. And this is where you can see a bit of the process. This is kind of one of the construction crew NFTs here, just blocked out, right? No texture. So you can see that this is the Earth here, the sphere. So that's super cool. And then there was a video here I liked as well. You can see the different land plot types, some that have more cliffs, big crater here. Amazing. And then this video here I liked, which is showing the process of the residential domes, right? You see him there in his editor kind of flying around. We'll play that one more time. This is the inside of one of the domes, the central plaza that I showed you in the visual art, the visual concept. And then if I hit play, see if we can bring it up here. There we go. He's zooming out. You can see the rest of the world. So that's how he's editing there. So that's a look at their Discord. There's finally there's a memes channel if you want to check it out. That's always really fun. I love the memes channels. They have a few good memes in here. I saw one with Drake. You know, there's a few good ones. My favorite one is an Elon Musk meme. See if I can bring it up here. Yes. So you'll see Elon Musk actually launched his Tesla into space in real life. And here it is. Elon Musk's Tesla car, I think it's his Roadster, is landed on CardaStation, landed on the moon, and then you got the Ada Minions in the background here. So pretty cool. They've got some other good funny ones here. Here's an Ada Minion just kind of chilling on the moon there. Really, really cool partnership. It's such a brilliant, like it makes sense that CardaStation and Ada Minions would do something together. The partnership was announced just recently, I think just like less than 2 weeks ago. And so we'll see what happens. I think they're going to do a proper announcement and give us more details later. But that's something to be excited about. So that's their Discord. And then their Twitter. Once again, let me just bring it up here, at Carda_station. Okay, so that was a full rundown on CardaStation. Their website is CardaStation.com. And, you know, we walked you through the 2D map. You can see a link to it at the top of their website here. The virtual world, which lets you actually run around in their real metaverse, their real 3D world that's available right now on a web. Don't have to download anything. We walked you through the JPG Store marketplace stats and some of the collections there. Showed you their Discord, a bunch of visual concept art. So we've really been around the gambit. Now this is a really interesting project. You know, they're building it and then kind of selling it. You know, they're not hyping it up a ton ahead of time, and they're really kind of ahead in some ways of some of the other projects in terms of publicly available playable demos and playable games. And so big shout out to them, and big thank you to the CardaStation team for sponsoring this video and for supporting me in the channel by doing so. And so, yeah, I hope you like the coverage. We're actually going to wrap up the video by playing a couple of their YouTube videos. I actually want to play this driving video that I haven't played yet, and we're going to play that video as a kind of fade out to this video of mine. So I hope you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Meow.